Hi, I'm Liz. I go by Stitch by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram. And welcome to Flosstube 45? Sure. I'm pretty sure it's 45. If you are new, welcome. We have had a influx in subscribers, which I absolutely love. So thank you so much for joining us. I need to adjust my chair a little because my head was getting cut off. Yeah, if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for watching one of my videos. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are just over 200 subscribers away from Ross learning how to cross stitch, and I absolutely cannot wait. It's going to be hilarious. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to another one of my videos. Yeah, so this is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about my cross stitching and whatever else I want to talk about. This little corner of my videos is where Ross pops up and talks about whatever he wants to talk about. Sometimes funny, mostly funny, sometimes snarky. You'll see and hear him pop up. It is a blue speech bubble if you're new, if you haven't seen my videos before. I just realized I forgot to put lip gloss on and now my face looks like one shade of white. Yeah, so today is Friday the 26th of January 2024. It's been a week. I am filming this on my lunch break today. Yes, it is a public holiday. However, at my work we do have the option of working the Australia Day public holiday and picking a different day, which is what I am doing. So it's fine. I work from home on Fridays, so you know, yay. So far today has been so chill, so I cannot complain. You know, it's exciting. So what has been happening since I saw you 2 weeks ago? Well, we fly out in 9 days on the day of filming. When you're watching this, 7 days. So we have been doing a lot of prep and a lot has been happening. Okay, I'm gonna go into a story time because stuff happened the past 2 weeks. So not last weekend, the weekend before, we decided to check all of our tech that we're taking with us because we are vlogging the trip. We decided to check all of the tech, so all of our battery packs, all of the cables, all of our power banks. Did I say that? Literally it's gone. And I was checking my headphones. So I have the Sony WH-1000 MX4s. I don't know, they're the over-ear noise cancelling headphones. They are less than 6 months old and the noise cancelling stopped working, which for a long haul flight, you don't want that to happen. So I contacted Sony. Sony advised that I could send it in. It would take 10 business days for them to get it and assess it. And then if it needed work and it wasn't covered by their warranty or they believed it wasn't a warranty issue, I would need to pay for it. And I'm like, these headphones are 6 months old. That's ridiculous. I contacted Amazon, which is where I bought them from, got on a chat with someone who was really, really helpful, and they sent me a replacement and I sent my faulty ones back. So fingers crossed the noise cancelling holds up on these because I'm not going to do a long haul flight without noise cancelling. I did it last time. It was horrendous. So I am hoping the noise cancelling works. I have downloaded the Throne of Glass audiobooks onto my phone. I've already read them, but I want to do the audio because I've been listening to the audio for Crescent City. Oh my God, I'm partway through book 2. Anyway, not going to go into book talk. So good. So I've got the audiobooks ready to go for the trip. So lucky we checked the tech. And then my brain got caught up on the fact there is something missing from our tech. Something has gone wrong. Could not for the life of me figure out what it was. So last Sunday, we sat down again and went through everything. Lucky we did, because the camera that I'm filming on, this is a Sony ZV-1. I'm trying to look at the actual camera to try and figure out where it is, but I think it's on the back. It's the Sony ZV-1, and I bought a case for this camera because I'm like, it's new. It's what I use to film my Flosstubes on. I want a protective case for it, and I found one that was snug without being too snug, but it wasn't so loose that the camera was floating around in it. I had that, and because I use an actual like Rode microphone, is it a Rode? I'm touching the mic, it's a Joby. I don't know what it is. It's a microphone. Instead of the little wind thingy, dead cat thing. This microphone is always on the camera. So that case had the little wind thingy in it. Ross and I tore apart our entire house trying to find this case and the wind thingy. Could not find the case. Found the wind thingy. Found the wind thingy in a drawer. Promptly burst into tears because I was so anxious about not having this thing, and then we'd have to order it in, and just that wind thingy replacement was like $45, and it would take like 9 business days to come in, and I'm stressing out because like we fly out next Sunday, and I'm just... Anyway, glad we found it. So now that our tech's all done, we can get on to everything else. So it's been a time. So yeah, it's been dealing with a lot of like holiday stuff. I actually managed to find our Hilton hotel cheaper through Qantas bookings. Then it was direct with Hilton, so I booked that and paid for that instead, cancelled my other reservation, checked in for our car hire, and everything's been paid for except for our Disney hotel, which is the Tropicana. So I'm excited. I can't wait. 9 days to go. What also happened last weekend, on Saturday the 20th of January, was my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Steph. However, I didn't spend the day with her for her birthday. I'm going to see her tomorrow. We met up with the lovely Lynn of Lynn X Stitches Creates and her husband John. They were in Melbourne for their cruise around Australia, and it was so nice to catch up with them and have lunch. I did get something from Lynn, which I absolutely love. I did gift her some little ginger stitch goodies. So, yeah, I had them set aside because I'm like, everyone needs ginger stitch stuff. But she did give me something. I'm going to show it a little bit later, and it's so cool. So that was lovely. They also, if you haven't joined a Black Needle Society chat, or you haven't watched any of my Black Needle Society unboxings, there is a running thing that Ross still has not eaten the popcorn, or the popcorn has not been popped. So much so to the point where, hopefully this isn't making too much noise, she says as she drops everything. So much so that this is the Miss Patty's Founders Day punch cup that sits on my bookshelf. The popcorn is still in it. Because, you know, I haven't popped it for him. He still has not had the popcorn. Anyway, Lynn and John gifted Ross a box of different popcorns, and it was literally, I was like chuckling. It was so cute. So thank you so much to Lynn and John. It was so nice to catch up with both of them and meet them and have lunch together. So that was really good. Like, I was a little bit nervous. I'm just nervous when it comes to any social gatherings. So it was really good. It was really nice afternoon. So I think they're actually flying back to the US today, like day of filming. So have a safe flight. Yeah, so that's what's been happening during the week. This next week, I have 5 days of work left. I am working from home every single one of those days. And then I am on holidays for 3 weeks, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go to Universal. I cannot wait to go to Disney. I absolutely cannot wait. So, I just need to get through this week so we can go on holidays. Oh my god, my face hurts from smiling. All right, I do have a couple of shout outs because a couple of people mentioned me in their videos. Jen over at Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. If you don't watch her, she's fabulous. She's just such an amazing person and such an amazing designer, so go give her a watch. And then Sarah Cochrane. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. She shouted me out as well, and so did Tartans and Threads. And it was so funny because she's Aussie. Yeah, she's Aussie. And she's like, I blame Liz for these purchases. Yeah, I'm not sorry. If I enable you to purchase things, that's nice. Have a fun time. Treat yourself. The amount of times that I get enabled from other people, I'm looking at you, Chloe and Mel, is next level. So, I have bought a couple of patterns. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. Anyway, I do have an FFO because I finally found the frames. Finally found a frame that I was looking for the finish that I showed last week. And that is the Greenhouse of Oddities. I haven't laced the back yet, but it is in the frame. And this is what it looks like. So the frame is black and it's got the little ribbing little dots anyway. So it is framed. It's not museum glass. I haven't laced the back yet. Normally I lace the back and then I use the command strips to put them on the wall. So good. Is that less glary? Yeah, somewhat. Not really. So yeah, this is my FFO, fully finished object. The Greenhouse of Oddities Stitch Along by Lola Crow. These frames I had originally bought. I bought two of them to fit the Cryptid Stitch Along and the Supernatural Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher, and they don't fit. So they are, however, a perfect fit for the Greenhouse of Oddities Stitch Along and the Haunted Library. They're going in that, and Lola Crow is doing another Stitch Along for this year. I think details are coming out in February and I absolutely cannot wait. I personally think it's going to be like some like creepy underwater palace theme. Someone said like a haunted Atlantis, which would be really cool as well, but we shall see. So I'm hanging for that one. This is stitched on an 18 count volcano stitching fabric, 2/1 full cross with the called for DMC, and you can sort of tell the color of the fabric through the glass, but it's an FFO. So exciting. I'm gonna pop that back down on the floor next to me because that's where it's residing until it's laced and I start my gallery wall behind me, so you guys have more to look at than Cecil the snail and a blank wall. Okay, I do have a new start in my pile of charts and Q-snaps, because I literally started this morning, and that is the Australia flag, Quaker flag from the Vivsters, I think it's called, Vivian. I am stitching this along with the 2024 Quaker flag stitch along with, who did it? I think her name's Nikki at Divinely Design Studios. I don't know how to pronounce it. And Wombat Hollow and Gail over at Wombat Hollow Crafts. I am stitching this on a 25 count white 1/1 full cross with the called for DMCs. So this is what I have done this morning. And I was like, do I want to do 1/1? And then I test 2/2 and I'm like, no. So this is what the 1/1 looks like so far. This is what I've gotten done this morning. I'd like to finish the block today before I move on to my second new start for today, which is the James Webb Telescope Stitch Along by Climbing Goat Designs. Actually, I want to address something with that too. This needle minder, which is really appropriate for this because 1/1 is scary, says, well, shit. And that is from Ginger Stitch AU. So, just really quickly, there has been a little bit of controversy regarding a video someone put out about the price of PDF charts, and I did comment on it, and I did say that it did feel like that they were very much blasting Climbing Goat Designs for the prices of their PDFs. Now, I just want to say, I have done Climbing Goat Designs charts before. I have done their stitch along, the Hubble stitch along. The amount of work Claire puts in to her designing and to her PDFs is next level. She deserves to be paid for those charts. She deserves the price that she charges for those charts. She probably deserves more than what she charges for those charts. The amount of information that I learned doing the Hubble stitch along, Wonders of the Hubble Telescope stitch along, was amazing. Even with James Webb, she's put in a blurb about the first image that we're stitching, which I believe is the pillars. And there is so much information in there. Like I didn't know the information previously. So it's not only crafting, it's also education. So I think what a lot of people fail to understand is that small designers, this is their livelihood, this is their business. Bigger companies, and I'm not going to name names, I did mention them in my comment on this person's video. A lot of the time people will say, hey, yeah, like it's great, it's a bigger chart, they can charge less. Yeah, they can charge less because they run it through a pattern software and call it done. It doesn't get painstakingly edited. It doesn't get, it doesn't get all the extra bits and bobs done to it. And as a very, very new cross-stitch designer, I know how hard it is and how much time it takes to create these charts. So yes, you may have a budget. Kudos to you, stick to your budget. You don't have to pay for it, but don't come across like they're not deserving of what they want to charge for it, because they are. It really rubbed me the wrong way when I saw this video. And I'm glad most of the comments were similar to mine, but I just wanted to address that before I move on to my whips. So cannot wait to start the James Webb stitch along. I have my fabric and my floss in my stitchy spot ready to go once I finish this first little tile in my Quaker. And then I'm on to the James Webb. Anyway, speaking of Climbing Goat Designs, my first whip on my list is the Dragons, a field guide stitch along from Climbing Goat Designs. It's in a Q-snap. I'm not moving it. Because I haven't really done all that much since you last saw it. So, we're still on release 1. Release 2 isn't out until February. But this is where I'm up to. So I got the rest of Dragons in, and then this outline of the wing of the Wyvern. This has been stitched and frogged way too many times. It is now correct. But the amount of times, the amount of mistakes that I made. This is stitched on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself, 2 over 1 full cross, and the fabric is sort of showing up correctly. It's a little bit of parchmenty, but Needle Minder says whip it good, and that is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that's in the Q-snap because I'm trying to catch up. None of my sales have been caught up at all this whole time. All right, next up is also another stitch along. This is a stitch along that is being held in the Fandom Stitching Challenges group, and it is the Villains stitch along by EL Cross Stitch. We are doing, you can do one, there are 2 different ones, there's Heroes and Villains. You can choose if you want to do one or if you want to do both. I'm doing both, but I started with the Villains because, villains. And this is where I'm up to. So last time you would have seen it, I had Anastasia and LeFou done, and I had started Lady Tremaine. I finished Lady Tremaine. I've done most of Gisella's head, started Gaston. no idea who this is based on what I've stitched. And I don't have the photo in front of me. This is stitched on an 18 count Dreamscape by Crafty Leanie. This was a fabric of the month that we got last year. And my pumpkin stitch needle minder is from Inchworm Designs. All of the grime guard / giant scrunchies are made by me. I was apprehensive about this fabric for this chart, but I'm loving it. And I was going to change out the white, but you can sort of see it on camera. You can see it really well in person. So, villains. This is my only villains piece that has Lady Tremaine finished. If you know, you know. So that is villains. All right. I don't have anything stacked next to me in order, and I don't have this bag unzipped. Next up, I've fandom stitching for my prompts is words. Fandom stitching prompts is literally getting me so much progress on projects. It's ridiculous. So I've shown you 2 whips so far, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whips that I worked on this fortnight, plus my new start. So it's been a lot. Anyway, we had to one of the prompts was to stitch on something with twins, and this project, Siren of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery, has twin tentacles on it, which is what I used it for. And this is Ross's favorite project apparently. So, you know, this is where I am up to. So this is stitched on an 18 count opal blue ocean floor by Color Cascade, which I love because it goes really moody, which will be where her tail is. 2 over 1 full cross with mostly the called for DMC. I did use the suggested variegated in her hair because the called for matched my fabric exactly. And in her tail, I'm using a different variegated DMC. I can't remember which one it is, but it's a pink and purple and blue in her tail. And then her fin will be this variegated. Needle minders from Adam Hart and my ONS. And that is gridded with sulky copper. So, Siren of the Sea is where she's at. I want to say I want her to be a finish this year. Whether or not that actually happens, who knows? All right, next up, I used this for a prompt yesterday, day before. What's today? Friday, Wednesday. And this was a prompt for a project you just want to get done. And that is this one, because I don't know what it is about Christmas stitching. Christmas stitching is not for me, I have discovered. I love it. I love the way it looks. I don't enjoy stitching on it. So this is Reindeer Names by Spooky and Steve. This got a solid amount of work. So this is where this is up to. This is stitched on an 18 count white 2 over 1 full cross with the called for DMC, which is just the 3 colors, the green, the red, and the black. So I put the EXI and this leaf, mistletoe branch, in to fulfill the prompt of something I just want to get done. Needle minder is from someone on Facebook. It says easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, you know, hopefully this is also done this year so I can get rid of it, because I don't enjoy Christmas stitching, says the woman who has an entire bag of Christmas smalls. So next up is another Christmas piece. This is Père Noël by Hands On Design. And I use this for the prompt on Stitch on Something Winter, because I don't have winter projects apparently. This has been a start since 2021. My start since 2021 has had 7 stitches. This got an extra 300 and something. So this is where I'm up to. So Santa has face, has some hair, start of coat. This really is not that many stitches, and it just needs to get done. But I did get some work for fandom stitching, which I love. I have no idea where this needle minder is from. Based on the backing, the same person I got the easy peasy lemon squeezy one from. So this is stitched on an 18 count black 2 over 1 full cross with called for Well, it's called for in overdyes. I'm doing the DMC conversion, which so far, so good. Super cute. Super cute. Done that. Oh, I forgot a whip. 1 second. Is it on the floor next to me? Yes, it is. It is in my Forbidden Fibre Co. bag that it comes with, and then this got so much work done, like so much so that it's almost a finish. So this is May the 4th by Forbidden Fibre Co. Hopefully there's not too much glare. That is what it looks like. I also use this for fandom stitching, and legitimately it's so close to being done. And this is where I'm up to. So this is stitched on an 18 count charcoal by Forbidden Fibre Co. using the called for Forbidden Fibre Co. threads. Yeah, so I'm like really close. I need to finish the word far, I need to finish the word time, I need to add R2 and the Death Star, and a couple more stars, and it's done. So this will likely get pulled out again for fandom. It's a Star Wars whip, so it counts for fulfilling any prompt, which is amazing. So I'll probably pull this out. Maybe next week. I'll see what the prompts are coming Monday and have a look. All right, next up is Sorcerer Mickey. This is my oldest whip that I started in 2019. It is going to have another row finish this year. Hopefully not too far away, because I'm also using this for fandom. I used this for something musical because it's Sorcerer Mickey and Fantasia is musical. But this is where I'm up to. I'm pretty sure I used this for 2 prompts. I can't remember. There is a lot of 807 in here. I still have not finished stitching the 807 in this page. And then it'll be confetti central in here, and then it'll be blue. But the way it's stitched, it's very confetti. So this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on an 18 count 2/1 full cross with a called for DMC. Needle minder is from my friend Tracy. I love this. There is just something so satisfying about stitching full coverage 2/2 on 18 count. It's just, there's something really nice about it. So I'm really enjoying working on this one. Love it. I'm going to put this here. All right. The last whip that I have worked on this past 2 weeks has had an insane amount of progress. So it's in a Q-snap, but I'm going to pull one side off so you can see all of the progress. I do have some park threads, so I do apologize. This is Welcome to Tatooine by Country Magic Stitch. I am using this for the monthlies, for fandom stitching and the yearly, and I hit one of the yearly targets of 4,000 stitches, which in a month on one project is crazy, and it's actually 8,010 stitches. This has had so much work. So if you compare this to my whip parade compared to what it looks like now, it's next level. So this is where I'm up to. So I have finished the entire palace, Jabba's palace, this whole thing, this whole mountain, all of this. There's white in here, and like half of this guy on one side was like not done in my whip parade. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I fill the outline, and then I just go back and 10 stitch my whole way through. I'm doing this, I started doing this basket weave 10 stitch, if you can see the texture here, which I absolutely hated. And I've since switched to a continental 10 stitch. So I'll show you the back, I don't care. The back now looks like satin stitch, which is really cool. But this has had so much work on it. Like under here, once this is done, it'll just say, it'll have Tatooine, and then it's done. Which means I can then start another one of the Star Wars what's it called? Travel posters. So that got a ton of progress. That Darth Vader needle minders from Inchworm Designs. So that's my whips for the week. There's a lot. Next week, well, you're not going to see me for a month, so I could have a lot of whips. I could have a little bit of whips. I could have a lot of progress. I could have a little bit of progress. I'm not sure. I have got 3 projects I'm taking with me to America. I did originally only have 2. However, Athena over at Stitching Goddess Designs is hosting her Love Baby Snake Sale for her birthday again. And I am going to be stitching on my Dark Mark, which was a gift from my friend Amanda, who is also a fellow Slytherin. It has a snake on it, and I can take it with me and join the Harry Potter Stitch Chat on the 7th because Universal shuts at 6 p.m. So I don't think we're really going to be doing anything much after that. Who knows? It could change. If I join, I join. If I don't, I don't. But I'm going to take it with me so I can work on it there. And then I've got my Disney Princess and Disney Villains piece from Happy Sloth Studios. They are already... The Princess and Villains are already in my Jasmine Custom Bags Mini Disney Park Snacks project bag, ready to go. And the Dark Mark is in a separate project bag, but I'm just going to condense them into one and it should be fine. So I also bought a little packet of floss in case they take my little travel scissors off me, because stitching on a plane or in the lounge with nothing to cut my thread with will be like real painful. Okay, so I'm going to get into haul. I don't really have too much. I bought two patterns or one pattern. I feel like it was 2 from Counting Puddles. It was 2. It was the Ghost in the Pumpkin Patch and the Santa Sleigh with the reindeer. So as much as I said I don't like enjoying Christmas, I bought a Christmas chart. I don't know what it is about these charts. They're just beautiful. So I bought those. She was having 30% off sale. I'm not on a pattern buying ban. Why have I not purchased any other patterns? Oh, I did. Abby Sue is getting rid of her, or is moving away from copyright. So she is removing a lot of her Disney charts. So I did buy the Haunted Mansion and I bought a couple of other ones. I can't remember what ones they were, but you will see them stitched up. And then my physical items that I have. So Lynn over at Lynn X Stitches Creates gifted me, let me get her card, and gifted me a project bag. So these are her details. I'll link her Flosstube down below. But she asked me, she's like, I know you like Halloween. She's like, but spooky Halloween or cutesy Halloween? I'm like, both, depending on what it is, but more spooky. And then she pulled out a couple of project bags for me to pick from. I went spooky, and holy cannoli, is this not amazing? Look at how beautiful this is. Like, oh, it's just, it's so spooky. The lanterns look like they're popping off the fabric. Love it. And then the inside is this beautiful orange. So I absolutely love this. Thank you so much, Lynn. This is my second Lynn bag. My first one is right there, which was in a Black Needle Society. I think it was Athena's A Box of Horrors box for Halloween one year. And then I put in an order with Ginger Stitch AU because my favorite floss drops came back into stock. And if you have not been here before, my favorite floss drops are the planchette floss drops that Ginger Stitch does, which look like this. So I bought 2. Now these are the like gold, yeah, let's see if I can put these together. These are like the gold shimmer backs. They're beautiful in person. It's like gold, grey, iridescent. It's beautiful. Anyway, so I got 2 of those. They also had these mini like floss card drops, which I thought are super, super cute. So I got a set of those. And then Zane had shared on Instagram about these new tiger eye planchette drops that were coming in, and I'm like, okay, I'll order those when they come in. He sent me them because he knew I would order them, and I'm like, this is like one of the coolest things that has ever happened. But holy cannoli, can we appreciate how flippin' beautiful these are? So these are the Tiger's Eye planchette drops. They're so, so nice. The front is engraved, but like each drop looks different. Like they're just absolutely stunning. Seriously, once these get listed, you all need to go purchase them because they're just beautiful. So thank you so much, Zane, for sending through those ones through with my purchase. I really appreciate it. Absolutely made my day. Such a good community. Anyway, that's all I've got. I need to wrap up so I can have something to eat and go back to work. Yeah, that's all I've got. Like I said earlier, you will not see me with a Stitch update for a month. There is a video going up in 2 weeks. However, we will be in America, so we have a Q&A with the lovely unpaid editor going live on the 11th of February, midnight Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and then I will see you again on the 25th of February Australian Eastern Daylight Time, with some haul and some stitching, because I put in an order with Live and Die LA and I'm going to see Kat. So I cannot wait. It's going to be so, so good. Yeah, that's all I've got. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.